A couple of weeks ago, we're going to start getting into one of our new segments, man. Bringing on a colleague that's going to be kind of going out there, let us know what's going on out there in these streets, Kmac, with recruiting and basketball across the landscape. He has a real nice couple of sideline stories. So we're going to be chopping up for a period of time with Chuck Jones. So let's give it up sideline story with Chuck Jones. What's up, Chuck? How you doing, brother?
What up, Chuck?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Chuck, I know you. I mean, you kind of were hard in the paint coming off your first initial conversation with us. We get ready to bring a young man on right now who is the head basketball coach of Spire Academy, and he just signed a player, or not signed, but just brought a player on his team that a lot of people know about his family, the Ball family. So Lamelo Ball is now on the scene. So talk about Coach Jermaine Jackson before we bring him on.
Coach Jermaine was an NBA player. He played for the Pistons. Detroit guy, high school in Detroit, college in Detroit. He's always giving back to the city. After he finished his career, he went back, started a basketball academy for the kids. Just always been there, always been a positive role model. And now he's at Spire Academy with the Ball kid. And he also has the tallest player in the country with 7'7" kid. So, he's doing some big things. He's scaring some people right now.
That's right. So let's bring him on. Coach Jackson, how you doing? Welcome to the Sports Shop.
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate to be on your show.
Man, Chuck been lobbying so hard, man. We gonna help him bring you on. He was just talking about it was gonna be a good interview, and we was looking forward to it. I met you a couple of times, I think, already down here in North Carolina. So it's good to get real acquainted with you again, Coach. Now you got a lot of attention right now because you got the Lamelo Ball on your team. Talk about the impetus of allowing that to happen and how that's going to really continue to boost your program.
Can you repeat that again? Say it again.
Talk about how by having Melo on your team, little Melo on your team, how's that going to enhance your program going forward?
Well, I mean, this lifts us up tremendously. I mean, if you have a kid on your team that, can score on all three levels, great character kid, has great vibe with our guys. I mean, he's been here, with us for probably like over a week and a half now, and it just seems like he's been here with us for like 3 or 4 years. I mean, that's the type of great kid he is. And I mean, just on the court, I mean, he's an unbelievable kid on the court. I mean, one guy asked me to describe Lamelo Ball, and just from my basketball history playing and just watching it from, decade after decade, I mean, he's like the Oscar Robertson of high school basketball right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, kid. Yeah, I think he's an athletic Oscar Robertson with long range jump shot.
Wow.
That's pretty high praise, Coach.
It sure is.
Spire head coach Jermaine Jackson talking about Lamelo Ball joining the team. You also, I see you were quoted as saying he's like Magic Johnson said in the '80s, "Don't look down because you might miss something." Somebody's going to be showtime. Coach, talk just a little bit about the talent and I guess the talent that he possesses even at this early stage in his career, and what he can actually bring to the team overall.
Well, I mean, one thing. I mean, he brings scoring to our team. He makes everybody's better. I mean, if you see the guy in practice, he's a pass first kid. He's not a kid who's trying to go out there, let me give you 60 and just think about me. I mean, he's a pass first kid. He wants to make everybody better on the team. And then he's a kid that he can go out there and get hit. I mean, in our last game, we played Errol Academy. I mean, he's really out there on cruise control, kind of got off the plane, day or two, played the next day, and he was kind of on cruise control, and he was 3 rebounds away from a triple-double. I mean, it was somewhat effortless to him, and I'm like, wow. Sometimes you really don't see that from a 17-year-old kid. From a 17-year-old kid with high praise, you look at a kid trying to score. I mean, this is a kid that's trying to get everybody involved and can get his. I mean, that's a special talent that you have on the floor when you got that type of mindset.
Oh, man, we're talking to head basketball coach, Spire Academy, and now head coach for Lamelo Ball, who's not one of his new players. Coach, I got to jump right into it. I see a lot of schools that previously had scheduled you guys to play, like Oak Hill and a few others. They're canceling games right now. And what did they say when they called or emailed you about that?
Well, I haven't got a call from either coach, from Oak Hill or Lamelo. I haven't, talked to either one verbally. I haven't talked to either one of those coaches verbally. And I haven't got an email from either one of those coaches. I haven't received anything. The only thing I have seen was, things in social media. I haven't seen anything. So what I've seen in social media, I don't run with it to say, oh, this is what the coach said. I don't do that because I respect Lalamere's program. I respect Oak Hill's program. So I'm not going to run out and say, oh, Steve Smith said this or the coach at Lalamere said that. I mean, I have reached out and tried to call Steve Smith and left him a message, and I reached out to the coach at Lalamere. We played phone tag back and forth, but I haven't talked to him either. But, like I said, I haven't received an email. I haven't verbally talked to either one of those coaches.
How about St. Benedict's? I heard they also canceled.
Well, I'm not engaged into that. I'm just talking about those other two coaches because, sometimes you get into a situation, no disrespect towards nobody, everything a snowball. They see one person do it, then the next person do it. You know what I mean? But like I say, I have received 45 to 50 calls from the team saying, we want to play, we want to play, we want to play, So I don't get hung up into who don't want to play, who don't want to do this. Sometimes you're in the hood, and if I'm going against somebody and I know I'm better than that person, then that person will say, I don't want to play you on one-on-one. Okay, cool. No problem. Move on to the next guy. So it's okay, man. Like I say, I respect both of those programs. My kids are going to play games. We haven't did anything wrong here, so we're going to get out and have fun. And, my job is to help these kids enjoy a, basketball career as in high school and play against high school kids. So, and help them have the best career of their life, traveling around everywhere, playing to play against the best teams. I don't have no problem with playing whoever it may be. Because,
right.
What's going to happen is going to be a win or it's going to be a learning lesson. That's it. If you're not going to lose your life, let's go out and play because when you look at it, for me, knowing basketball, the best want to play the best.
Well, we're talking with Jermaine Jackson, the head basketball coach for the Spire Institute. And now, new member Lamelo Ball is joining the team as well. Excuse me. And Coach, one of the questions I had, because I've been, looking at some of the press clippings, some of the news clippings, and the questions out there is, Lamelo probably could have chosen to go anywhere he really wanted to. Give me some insight into why you feel like they chose Spire to come play.
Well, sometimes real recognize real.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that.
And, real recognize real because, it's, to me, man, I'll be honest with you. It's real recognize real in his relationships. You know what I mean? And the Spirit of God always put people where he wanted them to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I have trained and, coached a lot of guys that's in the NBA, a lot of guys that's headed to the NBA. And LeVar sees those things, they family sees situations. And like I say, relationships happen. And then when you have that conversation, man, that synergy is so strong. And there's certain things that people say to you where you be like, that's real. He's real. I get it. You know what I mean? And then when you ask around and everybody say, no, he's a real guy. He's a real guy. He's a gym rat. He does this. And people want their kids around guys who live in the gym to get their kids better to be able to go to the next level.
So with all of this publicity surrounding LaMelo and it seems like the drama with other schools, how are you able to keep your team focused or, not let that be a distraction?
Well, we don't have distractions. We're built for it tough. We don't have distractions. We go on the gym floor, we go on the court, do what we do, and get off the court and be kids. That's the whole thing. I'm not trying to. That court for us, to be honest with you, that court for us is a playground. That's the kids' playground. That's not the kids' prison. That's their playground. And we go out there and have fun, and then we enjoy it, and then we leave off the court, and all of us go eat together. All of us go laugh and joke together. All of us go watch NBA and college games together. So we're never really separated. We're one big brotherhood. So to welcome LaMelo into our brotherhood, and there's cameras around and things like that, we've been around cameras all our life. So, we have other kids on our team that's ranked top 15 in the country, top 25 in the country. So we got 5 or 6 high major kids on our team. We got a kid from Hungary that will play on the Hungarian national team. The spotlight is not to us, man. We walking with God. That's all we doing. We walking with God. We smile and laugh and having fun, and we're enjoying our basketball careers as long as we have them.
Well, Jermaine, I just looked at your roster, and I see you have 4 guys that look like possible pros. What do you think? Do you think you have some kids other than LaMelo that might play at the next level?
Oh, ain't no question about it. There's no question about it. wherever it may be, whether it's overseas, NBA, wherever it may be. My biggest thing is to help those kids get better. That's the ultimate goal. It's not about we 39-0 and we're going to play in Geico. That's not the ultimate win-win for me. Mm-hmm. The ultimate win-win for me is to help those kids get better on the court and off the court every single day of their life that I'm around them. You know, teach them the principles and things like that. It's not about, like I say, man, you can hold up a trophy. It's going to collect dust in the next 4 or 5 hours.
Wow.
We're having that heart-to-heart. We're having that heart-to-heart with those kids, watching those kids grow. See, with me, I'm like the father figure to them. I'm the voice of reason with them. Like, it's not, when they graduate high school, I'm still going to follow them to college. When they get out of college, I want to help them build their family where they have a wife, kids, and things like that. So now, when I'm 80, 90 years old, and I'm in a wheelchair and watching, they ain't pushing me out of it. They pushing me in it. They pushing it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not just about that ball going in the basket, man. It's bigger than that.
Well, you know, again, we're talking to Jermaine Jackson, who is the head coach of Spire Academy. And Coach, last question, we'll let you get out of here. Having Lamelo Ball on your team obviously means that the dad is somewhat involved as well. Talk about that relationship and how that's going.
I mean, it's going great. I mean, one thing you got to understand, LeVar is a man that loves his kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you think about it. He loves his kids. You know, it's irritating and it's mind-boggling to hear people say, oh, here comes the dog and pony show. The dog and pony show. Like, come on, man. Let's be honest. It's a man who loves his kids. Mm-hmm. It's a man who never been out just disrespecting people. Right. It's a man with his opinion, which everybody has. You know, but at the end of the day, you hear people say dog and pony show, you get a lot of billionaires and millionaires going to pay and watch dog and pony shows, right?
Yeah, true that. So you're right. You're right about that.
You can't get mad about what you're going to pay to come and watch. Mm-hmm. And I mean, let's be honest. Look what he puts on the floor. Look at all 3 of his kids.
Yeah.
And they like their bums. It ain't like this man promoting bums.
Right.
He's
Exactly.
promoting his kids. Okay, let me ask you this. Is there something wrong with Overtime or any other video people promoting people's kids? No. So why should there be something wrong with him promoting his own kids?
Exactly.
I mean, exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean, you was right when you said open statement. He loves his kids, and that's what you do. Hey, man. Hopefully these teams will stop canceling and play you. You need to come down to Raleigh, Durham, and play a game down here. I'm pretty sure we can put something together, man.
We coming down to Raleigh, Durham, and play 3 games.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, I know. Well, we want to be involved with that when you come down, Chuck. I know Chuck Jones is going to be probably involved with it. Anything we can do to help get that going, we want to be involved with that, my friend.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, and God bless y'all, man. At any time you need me, let me know, man. I'm right there. But like I say, once again, there's no disrespect to Lallamere. There's no disrespect to Oak Hill. We just a basketball team that want to go out and play ball and have fun and try to put up 130, 140 points a game.
All right, Coach. Be blessed, man. We'll talk to you down the line. Take care.
All right, JJ.
That's the first version of Sideline Story with Chuck Jones. Hey, Chuck, that's a good get, man.
Man, I appreciate that. that. Anybody want to follow us on Instagram at Sideline Stories? We'd appreciate it. Just looking to go into a lot more high school basketball. You know, the season's about to kick in, and, you know, that's what we really want to focus on right now. You know, we don't really have a lot to focus on, but there's a lot of good players in this area.
Yeah, so
it'll be starting up next week.
Right, cause
Getting ready to go.
And one of the things I think is going to be kind of hard. You're going to have your own like top 10 players in the state on the Sideline Stories from your vantage points and what you see, because you're out there watching these kids play, and you played the game, so you understand it. So I can't wait for you to start doing that kind of work as well, man.
Man, I'm ready. I'm excited. Everybody has these big recruiting classes with Carolina, Duke, and State, and you know, I'm excited about the whole thing.
That's what's up, man. But we're excited because we're gonna pivot real quickly here, and we're gonna have a conversation with the head football coach of North Carolina Central, Granville Eastman, coming on tap though. But I mean, we wait for him to call in. I was just curious how that relationship between, because LeVar Ball is a big personality. Right, so is he going to try? You know, how does that work when you the coaches of his son and he's got his big personality over on the sideline?
I'm surprised they're not wearing Big Baller brand already. I'm surprised I don't see the BBBs running around there. But I guess Nike, I don't know. But, I know that has to be, different. But, Jermaine.
Actually, I think as long as they understand exactly what, what they're there to do, and just looking at the Spire Institute and what it's about and what those guys are doing, I think LeVar Ball is probably focused on some other stuff right now. LaMelo is probably his career, his path is kind of taking on a trajectory. He don't need much massaging, not like those other two. They need a little massaging. This one is pretty much set.
Everybody said this one has it. Yeah,
this one's pretty much set. It doesn't need much massaging like
the
first two. They needed a lot of marketing, a lot of PR, and I think at this point it's already out there, so he doesn't have to really do that much.